So I am gonna do a fusion video today. What I'm gonna talk today about is something that has spent nearly 2 weeks trying to do, and it turns out to be the simplest thing ever. Well, that's what you learn. So I have this STL file. I brought it in through Blender, and it had originally a tail on the back, and I want to make this as similar to the rest of the body as possible. And at first I tried to just make a line, and I tried to just cut around it using Revolve or something like that, and it didn't look good. And then I tried to extrude it down and fill it with patch, but of course it was flat. And then I tried to use what do you call it, construction fields to cut it off. And what I then got was there was a lot of small edges, because this one is built up of a lot of rectangles. As you can see here, it's jumping from place to place. So basically a lot of rectangles made up the edges. And after almost 2 weeks I got kind of frustrated because I couldn't get a way that this works. I even modeled the X and Y properties of the curves of the body, and I tried to use loft in surface mode between the curves, between the bodies, between other surfaces. It was just, it's like when you do something and you just try and try and try, and you just cannot make it right. Now, I did have a guy on a Facebook page who basically told me, let's see if I can find his comment here. That is my post. Let's see. I ended up going to a Fusion forum and just ask. Go to the Gavin Townsend. He said, go to the surface tab. Use the square to split the face. Remove the face, then patch and stitch. Might have to toggle the setting with patch to tangent. Now, well, if I did exactly what he said with a square, then I would get a big chunk of the body out. And one of the ways I've been trying to do this is by sort of saving the surface positions, and then trying to use tangent to loft to the lines by using rails. I'll post the recording and show you. So it takes a while for the model to load because it's kind of complex. So I've been working around the concept you can see in front here. It's kind of slow to update. So I've been dealing with the edge there. So you can see I removed the surface, and that makes the whole thing into a mesh body. And you can, if you see up here, you can save the selections you do to selection sets. So in this case I have this one, and I can go in and I can say, okay, select. So I can select the edges I already pre-selected here, and there is a lot of them here. You can see if I do like this, there's a lot, and some of them are extremely tiny. One of them is like 0.01 millimeter wide, and it's really a nightmare to try and loft or patch this and use tangent, because you will get so many objects that it wants to work with. So if I use a square, I would have 4, but I wanted to use as few as possible. So I was thinking, okay, what if I just extrude a circle? I was thinking of the way he said it, using tangent, because I know that tangent is supposed to take the shape of the area around it, but the more edges of faces you have, the longer it takes to calculate and the harder it is. When you have a circle, it is basically just one straight line. Sorry, it's just one straight line going in a circle, and that I was thinking that would make it easier for maybe the tangent to work. So I did an extrude of a circle over this hole here, and it basically looks really good. And then I went in and you click the patch tab, and then I haven't selected anything, but you can see when I select here, it only selects one edge, and that is brilliant because when I then click it like this, then I get a flat surface that is barely connected. Yeah, it's basically just following the curve of the edges, but I want it to be even more accurate, so you can go up here to the if you you will have a lot of lines like this if you have a lot of edges you're trying to tangent. Ooh, it's so late. This one is just one, so if I go in here and select tangent, then it will sort of it will read the surrounding area outside the circle, and it try to bend the surface you're trying to patch to match the curves from all sides. And since the circle is just one side, it's easier for it to calculate the curve. And I was really surprised when I selected tangent here how good that actually looks afterwards when you use tangent and you use a circle as a cutting as an edge tool, literally. And I think this will look really great when it's printed with a 3D printer, and I don't think I could have done it any better than that. So I feel grateful to the guy on Facebook who gave me this tip, because I've been trying to use rail lines and other guides or sweep it around or whatever, and it's just turns out the simplest is the best option usually. And of course this is a separate model now, and I'm just gonna cancel that because I have it here already. So this is a separate model now, and what you can just do then is you can select the main body, and you can select the new thingy, and then you can just use the stitch, and it will take a long time, I think. So that took a good 10 minutes. You can see it's still struggling a little bit. But as you can see, because I did a cut as a circle, also the stitch is going to be perfect, so you don't have any problems with edges. And because this is the only opening I have in the model, once it's stitched it will be a solid object once again with a fixed rear end of the model. So I just thought I would show you guys how I managed to fix that thing, which has bothered me for almost 2 weeks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe for more if you like this kind of content.